Fine.
Public hearing for the budget and appropriation ordinances for Batavia Township and Batavia Township Road District. Does anybody have any questions on the road district budget?
How do you collect leaf program fees? That's
Pardon
not
me?
from residents. Leaf program fees?
We do leaf pickup for 2 other townships, partial.
Okay. But the residents get it for no
Our
charge.
residents, yes. Yeah, so it's a good deal. We work a little harder and make a little money towards the machine.
What rentals are you renting?
Typically, if we need to grind out something, we need to rent a grinder or...
Not something you have in the stable.
Right. It's stuff that's we wouldn't use often enough to merit purchasing, so we go to Sunbelt Rentals.
Cool.
And how's the bottom line compared to last year? The same?
Yeah, a couple $100,000 less, I believe. For 100 and some less.
Awesome.
That you're asking for.
Well, this is the budget. We already turned the levy in, which is the tax part of it. The budget is lower because we were saving up money for several years towards a new truck, which we bought last year. So that's done. So come back down to start over again. We don't have any projects right now that we're saving up for other than just road improvements.
So your total budget for this upcoming year is less than last year?
Yes.
Beautiful.
Okay.
What does that leave you in reserves?
I don't know what the road projects are this year, so I guess I would hope it's going to leave a couple $100,000. My goal is always to keep 1 year in reserve, which would be $400,000. So I'll start working towards that.
But there's nothing you're saving for, as far as you know?
Right now, we haven't got a pet project that we're saving for. We'll start putting money into, well, we already have. We started putting money into new equipment because eventually there'll be another truck come along. I mean, you got your choice, either do it, save ahead of time, or borrow the money and pay for it after you bought it, you know. So, knowing that that's going to happen, you just try to plan ahead a little bit.
Any other questions?
I'll entertain a motion to, or you entertain it, and I'll go ahead and...
You go ahead and make a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the...
Highway Department budget. Second.
Second.
Did you second? So. Mitchell?
Yes.
Singer?
Yes.
West?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes. Okay, on ours, the only change I made is on page 2, under administration, under other expenditures, miscellaneous expense was $90,000, and I added Clark Environmental for $30,000, which drops the miscellaneous to $60,000. So that's the only change there is, other than what I presented last month.
I'm still not... I'm still not sure that that's money well spent.
Well, Chris and I, let's see. Chris and I met with Jack Finish from Clark, and I can kind of agree with you in a way, but we reduced the expenditures from 28,000 to 20.
Clark has some pretty compelling statistics to show that the spraying does work.
But with Nelson Lake, we can't spray, right?
No.
I mean, isn't that where the biggest
And
breeding would be?
All points west. Well, not, yes and no.
Nice catch.
The Nelson Lake itself, it doesn't really breed mosquitoes. It'd be a little bodies of water around that whole slough area.
The swampy, right?
The swampy, stagnating,
Right.
big bodies of water are usually too rough for the mosquitoes. So, but and that's been my contention too. So we talked to Jack. We took out spraying bodies of water like some of the lakes in Tanglewood, which to me,
Like retention ponds?
yeah, retention ponds. I personally think that's up to the homeowners association. If they don't have one, that's a problem. But some of those were, as I see them, the water is rough enough, and the homeowners keep the edge down pretty well. So, any standing water, you got the risk of mosquitoes breeding.
Even if you got a pail of water in your backyard, or
And they got mosquitoes that lay eggs, like say, when the water's up and then the water's receding down, they lay their eggs in all this receding water area. And so those eggs are out in the dry now, and they're just gonna wait for another rain. So it might be a month, it might be a day, it might be,
They can survive? Until...
yeah. And that kind of opened our eyes up a little bit. It's not just the mosquitoes that produce the larvae that live in the water and mature. So these hatches come at predictable
6-day
cycles,
cycles, 6-day cycle.
and depending on the weather.
So he's going to spray every 6 days?
No.
Well, they use what they call the 80-80 formula. If it's 80 degrees and 80% humidity,
80% humidity.
that's mosquito growing weather. They could reproduce every 4 days.
Yeah, but we pay whether they're, wonder if it's,
No, we go by light trap counts.
So we go by their counts. When their counts are high,
so we pay per spray?
We get 3 sprays included in our what we're going to pay, and we will be charged an additional $3,100 if we need more. Now, was it last summer that was? I can't remember, from one summer to
the
another.
last summer was real wet in the spring.
Yeah, early.
And the basic sprayings are done on the back of the City of Batavia ones. So what our thought was to try to lower the cost of our program, initial program, because we know we're going to be piggybacked with the city 3 times, and then have a little money in reserve so that when the trap count is high on the off spraying cycles with the city, because we're on our east side properties, it coincides with the city. I mean, it is what it is, because the mosquitoes are either in Chillum or they're on Larkspur. But the west side's a little bit different than the city, so we wanted to save a couple sprayings to really work on the west side, including areas like Woodland, because that's a high mosquito area, and keep our costs somewhat in line with what we did before, but have a more effective program. So if you got the right kind of weather, you're a hero. The program's going to be terrific. If you have the wrong kind of weather, nothing.
So our initial costs will be lower, and also if we need additional sprayings like we have had in a couple years past, we can do that. Not necessarily is the city going to get sprayed, but that would be for our area. So if we get a lot of customer complaints, Clark's got a
But if the city's not spraying, how effective really is it going to be?
For the east side, exactly. But for the west side, that's our rural areas.
Yeah, and we would spray a couple of areas on the east side that really need it. Shagbark is a good
Shagbark,
example.
a good one. The Chillum Circle,
heavily
Sunset
wooded.
area, that's another
So that-
wooded, wet area.
Right.
I just have a couple questions. So we're gonna get 3 sprays for the total township for 30,000.
For 23,008.
Okay.
I put 30,000 in the budget,
For additional sprays?
Okay.
so because we don't have to use it.
Are
It's in
they?
the budget.
Yeah, that's okay. Are they spraying the whole township or just township areas that are wet?
We're
They
spraying
will-
the whole township.
But
Okay.
it'll be in
Well-
conjunction with the city, because the light trap counts would indicate that, yeah, we gotta get out there and spray.
Okay, so if we have additional sprayings, did you say they were 3,100 each?
Yes,
And that's for the whole township or just areas that are affected?
for the whole
Whole
township.
Outside city limits.
Yes.
And then,
Unincorporated.
if it's done with the city, well, that's fine, if the city wants for additional spray.
So we're getting 3 sprays for 23,800. And then if we need an additional spraying, they're only gonna charge 3,100?
Right,
Mhm.
and that's for.
That's the only questions I have.
Okay,
You know, and we looked at, is it really a viable thing? And I'm not sure. I grew up on Nelson Lake, so I know what mosquitoes are. But now with West Nile, you got Zika is not prone to this area, but they could mutate to this area. So
This,
we want to be on
How would
board
we
so
spend-
if West Nile raises its ugly head in a big way, that we have some funds to try to hold it down.
how would we, if this 30,000 was left in miscellaneous, how did you envision that we would use that?
just like Chris, I try and have enough of a cushion.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't have anywhere near a year like he would like to have. But we do, when you make out a budget, you try and get it as close as possible, but there are things where you're gonna budget more. Like I budgeted 70,000 for ride and cane. Chances are we're not gonna spend it. It'll probably be 60,000.
Right.
But that 10,000 and this 60,000 and a few
Is
other
this where
things,
we're gonna
they add
get
up.
Our grant money from,
Grant money.
that we're, in these applications that we have? Is that where that would come out of?
No?
Social service agencies is there for 120,000.
Oh, okay.
So, and they're there again. We don't have to spend that. It's there if we decide to do it.
How have we used that miscellaneous in the past?
It just stays there. We
and
don't use it
sometimes
at all.
we take it out of it if we need it somewhere else, right?
Yeah, yeah. Like in the past, our ride and cane expenses have gone up a lot, and we've transferred money from miscellaneous to ride and cane. So it's a cushion. It's just like in your bank account.
I do
Try and
the
keep a few
same
$1,000
type of thing with
extra.
my budget, except
Bank
I put a
account?
little cushion in each line item.
Oh, right. You don't have just a
I get the
miscellaneous.
concept.
No, because I don't like miscellaneous personally. So,
No.
I
Yeah.
want to put it in a line item, because if there is excess, we move funds. You know, if there's something happens unforeseen, we can transfer between line items.
Mhm. So I just see what we had left over. So we had 90 last year, and so far we have 86 left.
So some was used.
3,800 is all that we used.
Any other questions?
Well, I'll defer to your expertise then.
Well, it's not just that, it's the,
Well, then.
we've had a request for a mosquito program that will be on the agenda for the annual meeting.
I just don't want to,
Um,
just because we're scared or.
I don't
you
want
know,
to,
like
I don't
we're
want to
thinking-
get pushed into
Right.
something that's not, that's why we spent the day to go up to Clark's and,
I
We went
appreciate
through
that.
quite
the
a
lab.
facility,
We
if
went
you
through
ever
the
go up
lab.
there.
It's just-
It's pretty neat.
Yeah.
To have something like that right here, I mean, they're national, like
And they don't have
international.
any competition, right?
Not in this area.
Not right here. But, and they know what they're doing. I mean, they're testing all the time. What kind of new things can they use to combat the larvae and flying mosquitoes? They're targeting the female. I mean, they get right down to specifics when they're sorting out the females from the males
Right.
in the larva stage.
And they had
How would
these,
that be?
all these petri dishes lined up on shelves
Huh?
and
How easy is that?
on different
Well, they're
stages
different
of the
sizes, so-
mosquito.
Is that what
I
it
mean,
is?
Yeah, the
some
females are bigger
of
than the
the
males, so
stages
it's
were just the
visual.
eggs, and then the next dish would be the larvae. and so on. After 3 or 4 days, then it hatches into a mosquito, and they do that on a daily basis.
Where is that located?
It's up on
Tyler Street?
Tyler Road, but Tyler Road curves around
Into St. Charles there?
into
Yeah, so
St.
it'd
Charles,
be
and it's
east
on the
of-
right-hand
west
side.
of Kirk,
Yeah.
between Kirk and
That'd be a good
64.
school trip.
Yeah, could be.
It'd be awesome because,
Yeah.
I mean, they're big into education. You'd have to line her all up. We've got a great facility.
Come 7 o'clock, do we have to adjourn this meeting and pick it up after we?
Right.
Well-
We just have to motion.
Not if you approve the budget.
Well, okay,
Someone
let's,
motion.
so I make a motion or something.
Sure. Go ahead.
Oh, I did one already.
Okay.
Very well.
Hold on.
No?
Just make sure. Our revenue from the road fund is tickets and things?
From the
21,
road?
that was,
From the
came
road
after the
fund?
loan
And they built.
when we built the storage shed.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm
23,000.
sorry.
Tickets like free.
Yeah,
tickets,
one was, but
That's the
I
last-
gave them a loan.
That's the last payment back.
We loaned them the money for that. I'll entertain a motion for approval.
So moved.
Second?
Mitchell,
Yes.
Singer.
Yes.
West, Anderson.
Yes.
Wes, did you
Did
say?
yes?
Yes.
Just kinda skipped over.
You did kind of go really fast.
If you had
Okay.
concerns, you should have.
You should know.
Yeah.
I did.
Now we will go to our regular meeting. And if we stand. Vicki, you want to lead us in pledge?
I pledge
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, we'll call the March meeting of Batavia Township to order.
Mitchell,
Here.
Singer.
Here.
West,
Here.
Trace, Anderson.
Yes. For the benefit of those watching on television, we will take a break and check the bills and the accounts from February. And
Awesome.
for you guys, Illinois funds made us, we had to open new accounts. So you're gonna have, for each account, you're gonna have Bank One, and you're gonna have Illinois funds.
You have US Bank and
Your US Bank and the Illinois funds. So if you start out with the general assistance, and you'll see what she did.
General fund,
Is there some overlap between banks or something like that?
is that GA?
Oh, I
We don't even know.
All right, we'll figure it out. It won't be that tough. We do
What-
one and then the two and then
The 1 and the 2.
we're all good.
It
Don't you
took us
let-
X number of phone calls to find out what was even happening, and a couple
Yeah,
times
do
they
that in a
didn't know
second.
themselves.
So we're not gonna have Illinois
Yeah.
funds anymore? It's gonna be US
We
Bank?
probably will transfer all of Illinois funds to US Bank eventually.
Huh, there was hardly anything on here.
Because some,
Okay, go ahead. General fund,
All right, here we go. 4324, 75.
yes,
4325, 1550.
yes,
4326, 7554.
yep,
4327, 175.
yes. Okay,
Oh, I see, okay. I got a ending balance of 248,302.57 because they looks like they transferred 200,000 to.
yep, I got that over here.
Right, the 200,000.
Yep, okay,
Does that make sense?
so that part's good.
As long as there's 200,000 there.
Yeah, it's right there.
No. 7th?
Eighth,
That's what I said. Fine. Why?
all right, now for US Bank,
Alright.
ready.
4328, 120. 43. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, yep,
4329, $383.40.
Yes.
4330, $3,918.09.
Yes.
4331, $131.88.
Yes.
4332, $473.91.
Yes.
33, $45.97.
Yes.
34, $1,000.
Yep.
36, $266.77.
Yes.
37, $19.05.
Yes.
I have an ending balance, cleared balance, of $441,943.76. Whatever that means.
Lovely.
Seventh, right?
Correct. Yes, sir.
No, I guess it was the.
I want to make sure we keep that in order.
Thank you.
And this is a township road fund.
This is-
Road bridge.
Okay, ready?
Mm-hmm.
5293, $426.69.
Yes.
5298, $286.01.
Yes.
5299, $3,160.
Yes.
Ending balance of $113,058.41.
Yep. Is that what we did that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, buddy.
Smooth as silk.
Yeah, buddy. U.S. Bank, I'm ready.
Here we go. 5375.
Yes.
01, 271.15.
Yes.
2, 248.35.
Yes.
3, 169.09.
Yes.
4, 224.51.
Yes.
5, 292.
Yes.
6, 442.50.
Yes.
9, 401.95.
Yes.
5311, 887.99.
Yes.
12, 156.26.
Yes.
13, 1,652.47.
Yes.
14, 28.08.
Yes.
16, 244.88.
Yes.
5350, 570.38.
Yep.
What are you building out there? 2x4s.
All right.
Ending balance of 307,394.06.
Awesome.
Well, bench.
I am.
Bench?
Yeah.
Yes, it was a 7th, right?
Knock it on.
Should knock it off. I thought it out.
Set it up with painting
Don't
and
knock it off.
spray.
I don't have a block. Still more?
Last year, when you.
Yeah.
1999 international. Wow, is that right? Is it a 20-ton flatbed? I didn't know if I
So-
wrote it down right.
Yeah.
There's
Is that
nothing
what
on
it
it.
is?
Trailer, yeah.
Okay, so.
Deposits,
Writing
clear
that is
balance.
declared in 1999.
So we got
One check,
Plow,
476.
20-ton flatbed,
Yeah, snow plow and a flatbed trailer.
and a flatbed. Okay.
Clear balance.
International, just the make.
One check.
Okay, so,
Oh, yeah. Plow truck.
Maybe 20.
Plow
Is
truck.
that in there somewhere?
Okay, hold
62.
on.
1989 International Plow Truck.
Plow truck, okay, yeah,
balance
that's
summary,
what
nothing here.
and flatbed is just.
Oh,
the
my
make.
20-ton
That's
trailer.
a-
It's a, yeah, it's a trailer, it's a full step.
Oh,
So how much is it?
No, that's the half part on that.
No, it's a separate piece
Uncleared
of
transactions. Okay, clear.
I was
It's an
right.
uncleared.
All right, here we go.
Good.
Ending balance of 74,767.60.
And we traded them in.
Sure.
All right.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure because I have to approve them next.
Yeah.
And I had a question besides, I meant to ask you last time.
That's why it wasn't in there.
There you go.
Yeah, buddy.
If we'd have sold them or got rid of them that way, we'd have needed to have them.
Alrighty. Got two?
I do. 4762 for 180.21
Yep.
and 5,000 for 25.
Yes.
Ending balance of 174,562.45.
To the cash? Oh, good.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Sounds interesting.
Did we take them?
What's in front of
There it is.
Do you want me to just sign it?
Just go ahead and sign
It's in the other bank.
Sweet.
Sweet.
Sweet
I'm gonna
carnage.
just sign this one.
Pardon me, young lady.
Ooh,
Oh,
That's nice.
oh, excellent. The discerning eye of Mrs. Mitchell.
Is this part of it?
I don't think so.
Yeah,
What it was?
sorry.
That's right.
So small.
It is very inefficient, insufficient.
We are all LED lights now.
Steiner, there you go.
it. Is Steiner still the last building
Yeah.
on the right-hand side?
Could've got a good one there.
Once in the-
That's pretty bad.
It's out there way. No, there's no past it.
You know that.
Huh?
You gotta go.
Ready to refresh?
I tried to get it
Ice
right, but I
Mountain
couldn't.
water?
Get second base.
I know, right? What it used to be. Just Ice Mountain, wasn't it?
Now,
Maybe this is a third party
I'm into something.
that deals in Ice Mountain, which is really Ice Mountain.
Just to make you feel better.
No.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Right out of the tap. Just give me now, those.
It's so quiet without me.
Video.
Yeah, what is about Lee, huh?
Well, I'll tell you. Here.
Maybe we're more efficient.
What's that? You sign it?
We sure did.
Pumpkin. Sauce one. And they come out fighting. Fraser throws the left. Shaw Media. Legal proceedings or something?
No,
Oh.
You gotta put it in the
the
paper.
announcement for the public hearing.
Oh,
Here you go, sir.
Okay, thank you.
We're all good.
All right, I'd entertain a motion for approval of minutes from February.
So moved.
Second?
Mitchell.
Yes.
Singer.
Yes.
West.
Yes.
Anderson.
Yes. And entertain a motion for approval of bills from February.
so moved.
Second?
Singer. Mitchell.
Yes.
Singer.
Yes.
West.
Yes.
Anderson.
Yes. Tammy, do you have an assessor's report?
Yes, I do. We have generated all our neighborhood reports, spreadsheets for reassessing. We'll review each neighborhood and measure the sales from the last 3 years versus the current assessments to see if an increase or decrease in value should be placed. And we're also adding new property characteristics, decks, additions, things like that. So, just keeping busy.
All right.
Does that mean the value will go up?
The value, as long as people pull a permit, so typically they pull a permit for an improvement. It depends on what you do, if it adds value or not. Additions do, but if you reside in the home, you get a 4-year tax exemption, which we enter that too, and we apply that to the county. So you don't pay taxes on an improvement that we assess for 4 years. So,
Is there a standard for a deck?
yeah,
So it doesn't matter if you have a big deck or a little deck,
Yeah.
or it's the same?
because a deck's got the same use regardless of
It's been going on
size,
for
unless
years.
it's, you know,
We're real tiny.
yeah, unless it's super small. But patio too, it's the same.
Hmm.
Certain things are one value, like
A patio? I thought patio wasn't, didn't
It's-
increase value.
it does.
Oh.
However, it's one standard value like a deck would be because the use is the same.
What do pools do? Is that-
Pools add value.
Do they?
We have found through the market that people will pay more for an in-ground pool.
Oh, okay, interesting.
So we don't, I mean, it's not near what you pay
No.
because we don't base it on costs. We base it on the, like, what an appraised value would come out at. So it's a lot easier on the taxpayer, actually.
There's no, above ground pools aren't,
No, only in-ground, because an above-ground is personal property.
right.
You can remove it if you want to.
Yep.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Chris, do you have a road commissioner's report?
Oh, not much to report. Although I want to announce April 18th is the first week of brush pickup. I know we'll have another meeting before that, but any questions on how the program works or how to put the brush out, go to our website, BataviaTownship.com, and all the instructions are there. And we'll start in on the 18th, and we'll pick it up every week till October.
Are you still picking up tires and stuff?
Yes.
Okay.
We do recycling, so if you have waste oil, put it up by your mailbox. It's nice to give us a call to let us know you did that. We'll pick it up next time we come by. Any old tires, put up by your mailbox, we'll pick it up or give us a call. And any batteries. Usually it's bigger batteries, not so much the little guys, but, and we'll take them and recycle them.
Does the city offer that?
City does not do that anymore.
Unfortunately, we can't get rid of electronic stuff, so that has to go. The county has a program twice a month, 2 Saturdays a month in the summer.
One second.
Is it 1 Saturday a month? Oh yeah, the 3rd Saturday of the month, April.
And
May.
St. Charles and Dundee have just resigned from that. They were taking recycling.
Yeah,
The St. Charles yard, I don't know if anybody gets a Chronicle, but it was in the paper this morning. It's just overwhelming. They had so many old TVs and things that they.
it's
they
gonna be a
would've-
problem
You
because.
can, or maybe you can't believe how many TVs get dropped off in a week's time.
Oh, sure.
I
Sure.
mean,
It's gonna be a problem.
So Batavia had to
Hundreds.
quit theirs. Batavia still will take household batteries, both at the city hall and at the
Redant.
Redant Road at Public Works. And they will also take some light bulbs, I think. There's a box for light bulbs down at City Hall. So remember that if you got household batteries, you can drop them off there. All right. Under old business, we got the educational workshop next Friday at Lyle, if anybody's interested in going. Township Topics Day, Wednesday, April 6th, and down at Springfield. We do have the annual meeting agenda, which we do have to approve.
Sure. Yeah. I feel like we just did this. Isn't it amazing? Oh my God.
Don't we have to put their, didn't somebody,
No, we'll do this
Request.
next month.
Yes, they did.
April.
so don't we have to put that on here?
But still, it is still.
They're not gonna be here probably. As long as we pass the budget tonight.
I know, but if they wanted to,
That would be under discussions by electors. I do have a letter with 17 signatures.
okay.
It was sent.
So it
sent
doesn't
by
have to be
Mark.
an item on the agenda
No,
in order to pass something?
no. We don't, I mean, we're not gonna have to pass anything.
Well, what are they requesting?
Um, I think I had it over there.
Because what if more people came and didn't want it in the budget?
Budget meetings tonight,
They could have come tonight.
She's got a point.
No, if their proposal was that there's a discussion of whether mosquito should be paid for by the township, then that opens it up for people who don't want it too, is what I'm saying. I mean,
Sure, but that would be discussion by electors, but if it's not on the agenda,
I
we
know.
can't act on it.
Right, that's what I mean. If they gave us that by March 5th, we have to put that on the agenda.
March 1st.
They can discuss
March
it, but we
1st.
can't act on it. We couldn't take it out.
But he got that by March 1st, so that has to be on the agenda.
No.
It says, request the not service with mosquito abatement by the city of Batavia be included in the budget discussions at the March meeting.
What I'm saying is, I think we need to put that on the agenda because they turned it in by March 1st.
Okay,
And
well,
it
let's put it on.
meets-
There's no reason we can't put it on right
I mean,
now.
I'd hate for something to come up and say, well, we turned it in by March 1st, and then now we don't have it on the agenda.
Sure, well, let's put it right on there. Just, all you have to do is write it on.
Yeah, I'll add it.
So put it on, like, number 11, before adjournment,
Sure.
would be,
that would be number 11, and 12 would be adjournment.
right.
Should we put it under Markley?
Clark discussion.
Yeah, Clark discussion. Let's
Or
put
mos-
it,
or mosquito abatement.
Or,
Mosquito abatement.
or elector requested. Elector submitted
request.
request,
Okay.
yeah.
And we will put by Mark Lee.
Did you put it under?
By Mark Lee, yeah.
That's fine.
Okay, thank you.
That's why we,
I move to approve the annual town meeting agenda with the correction.
okay.
Second,
Mitchell.
yes.
Singer.
Yes.
West.
Yes.
Anderson.
Yes. Okay. Township website is up and running again, and there's some new additions if you want to go on there. But
Looks nice.
yeah, it does. It does. And the next issue of the or not the next issue, Township Perspective magazine is going to have a 75th anniversary issue in June, and they are requesting that if we would like an ad, a single line listing is $75, an 8th page is $1 or is $150. I wouldn't go any more than that.
I vote no.
Okay.
I mean, what are we gonna advertise for?
It's not an ad, it's just a support.
Oh.
It's not, what do you want to make a
Okay,
motion to that
wonderful.
effect?
I move that we do not put an ad in the township perspective.
Second.
Mitchell.
Yes,
Singer.
Yes.
West.
Yes.
Anderson.
Yes.
thank you.
I'll do it. I just can't put everybody in there.
I know.
It's crazy.
Okay,
I know they're trying
Just
to
ask us for
generate
$75.
any public participation? Nothing? Excuse me. Trustees have any?
Yes, so I sent out the.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh,
That's
is
fine.
that on there?
Yeah, I didn't put it on there.
Oh, okay.
I forgot.
Oh, that's okay. So I think the best way, I sent out applications and Jim has got some back. I got one back. There's a few people that have slipped through the cracks. I'd like to send out a few more. Shelter.
What's your topic?
Shelter,
What's
okay,
your topic? Yeah, what is it?
Here's,
The application, the grant application.
Okay, just in case people don't
Oh,
know
I'm
on
sorry.
TV.
Yes. So, as you can see, we had 120,000 in our budget. So we are asking social service agencies to submit an application if they are interested in getting funding from the township. And we've sent out applications to those social service agencies we've used in the past or that people have thought were useful to our residents, and we've gotten some back. But I would like to extend the time if everybody's okay with that. And then I'll just make copies and send them to you guys, so we don't have to read them all at the meeting. You guys
Okay.
can look over them before the next meeting.
here's what I just did. These are the applications that we received back.
Good.
And, yeah, and the ones with the dollar amounts are what we gave them last year.
Oh, good. That's helpful. Thank you.
So how do you want to, now on the bottom it says not complete. Breaking Free did send in their completed form.
Okay.
So I have, these are the ones I have,
Great.
they're right here.
Awesome.
If anybody wants to read them, go over them, whatever, I just don't want them to leave the office, that's all.
I noticed you have one from Chip.
And I have one from Chip In. that she
Okay.
sent. Yeah, how about, yeah, would you
Shelter?
guys be willing to just come in and look at them before the next meeting?
Sure.
Sure.
If you,
Okay.
yeah, whatever you want to do.
Extend the time to bring some more in?
Right. I'd like to, for another
Make a
month.
motion.
If you want to sit down with Layla and I, and we could go through and, kind of decide what maybe we would do with the rest of these.
Are we thinking that we're gonna come up with a total of 120?
Not necessarily, that's why I said we
Okay.
put in 120, but we don't necessarily have to spend it.
Okay.
Because I think that there's a couple on here that, and I don't want to bring them up right now, but there's a couple on here that, one is from Plainfield. And they work in conjunction with Mutual Ground. In other words, if Mutual Ground has a situation where they're not able to deal with something, they will send them to this other organization. So it's things like that that we probably should,
Discuss,
yeah, yeah. But these are the applications that were returned, and they're all right here, so.
Great. So, I still want to contact the shelter assistant. She just gave me,
And shelter assistance, I got a letter from them over there saying that they will return their application, but the person that would fill this out is gone for a week.
okay,
So that's why I said not complete. And Breaking Free now is complete, so.
okay. Let's check. Are you guys fine with
Mhm.
giving him another month?
Sure.
Yeah, there's no rush.
When does it have to be, these have to be?
There's no,
There's
actually, we
no
have a
time.
year.
Right,
We
no
really have a
time.
Let's
year.
give it another month and then that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, then
We can't
then
keep
maybe
extending
we'll
it
just
out.
make our recommendations and the board can approve it or disapprove it or
That sounds good.
whatever.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Vicki.
Nice job, Vic.
Appreciate it. Okay,
Time and date?
that's it. I mean, we've gone over the Clark thing already, so we don't have to do that.
Mhm.
So if there's no other business, time and date of the next meeting, April 12th at 7 p.m. And we will have the annual meeting
Annual meeting.
following at 7:30.
Awesome. I make a motion to adjourn this meeting.
I will second that motion.
Mitchell?
Yes.
Singer?
Yes.
West?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Woo-hoo! Bye-bye.